All right, guys, good morning. This is Top Tier Talk for Monday, May 21st. Hope you guys had a good weekend and are ready to make some money this week, hopefully. We have a couple of things that we're going to talk about this morning. Kind of more mechanical stuff today, but I think it's still, valuable information that you guys should know. Hey, wanted to kick off with some positive news, though. John Novello had our first $10,000 super bonus sale over the weekend. So let's give John a muted round of applause. So, wanted to point that out, not to necessarily pat John on the back, but to let you know that it's possible. Let you know that, I guess maybe pat ourselves on the back for having that idea, because it obviously worked. I mean, we've only been running that for what, a week and a half, 2 weeks. Yeah. So we already saw. Well, not we, I guess. Well, we as a team, collectively, I guess. But John most specifically gets to reap the rewards. But still, that's a good thing. It has me pumped to know that it worked. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense. To be able to buy yourself out of your pass-up sale is really valuable if people understand exactly what that means. So
yeah, she had to. I had to explain where the 34 grand came from in savings, but she was already in. She didn't even care where the savings came from, but she did want to know. So I explained it to her.
And she wanted to do the $34,000 savings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you talk big numbers like that, you're going to have people who are really entrepreneurial and really aggressive. They're going to want the best offer possible. And that's what that is right now. So good stuff there. Hey, wanted to mention real quick on schedule once. Okay, if you guys are using the appointment button, and I think probably most of you are, maybe not all, but most of you guys are. Schedule once had an update last Monday. They rolled out an update, and it affected us a little bit because the code changed. So how should I show this, Michael? Should I show it from the?
Yeah, I would. I'd just show them your schedule once back office. That'll be the easiest way to get the message.
Let me get out of this really slick, nice slide, and let's go over to schedule once.
And by the way, while Steve's getting there, a good reason to make sure you check your links and all related to your links before you publish or do anything. I discovered it last week when I was setting up a campaign. Had I not, they'd have gotten what they will get on your site as well if you don't do the change that Steve is showing me right now. I had no idea until I tested my system that this is what was required to do.
Yeah, so, I mean, I did send out a email, I think on Thursday or Friday. Not sure if everybody gets it. I don't seem to get the system emails anymore. But you're going to want to log into your Schedule Once account, go to Share and Publish. Now, with the $19 plan that I think most of you guys have, you get actually 2 booking forms. So you're going to have to select your booking form and then go to Website button. And here's where the issue lies. Under button code, the default is open in a lightbox. That seems to be where the code changed. If you're using it for Craigslist and you're using the raw prosperitynexus.net link, you're not forwarding a domain to that link, you should be fine. But the websites, your 5-step website, your webinar replay website, they all have a button on it as well. So you need to, well, this seems to be the quick fix anyway. Just select open in a new page. Okay. Copy the code. Oops. Copy code. Then go over your marketing system, personal info, update personal info. And you're going to see the 2 Schedule Once code boxes. Okay. This is the code for your Craigslist funnel. This is the code for your 5-step page, your webinar replay page. So if you're just using one booking form, you're gonna want to copy that code into both of these. If you're using 2 booking forms, like I would recommend, I do, you put your second booking form here and your first booking form there. But keep it so that it doesn't open in Lightbox, so you'll have no issues. Hopefully that makes sense. And that's all I got on that.
That's it.
All right. Michael, why don't you, I'll stop sharing, and why don't you show what you want to show?
All right. Let's do this.
I mean, while we're doing this, does that all make sense to you guys with the schedule once? Yes, no, maybe?
Not completely. I wasn't running into a problem. What is happening?
Well, the base bottom line is if you use the Lightbox code in your system where the code will appear on any of our internal pages and you're forwarding and masking your site, then you won't get any information. You just have a blank screen. If you do what Steve just showed you and enter the code for open a new page, everything works like it's supposed to. That's the issue.
Yep.
When they changed whatever they did, it's because of the forwarding and masking that's what causes the problem. That's what causes the issue. So, okay?
Yeah, so just check your pages. If it's not working properly, do what I just showed.
Right.
If it's working properly, then don't worry about it.
Talking about your 5-step page, Ben, and stuff like that, you probably wouldn't have had a problem with your Craigslist.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're going to want to check your 5-stepper, check your replay, and make sure that's working properly on those. I think those are the only 2 pages. Make sure it's working on those 2 pages.
And not to complicate things, but the Lightbox does work if you're using the bare link in your Craigslist ads, etc. So,
yep.
Where the problem comes in is when you forward and mask. So and why, who knows? But anyway, hopefully they'll get it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, it works. So that's the main thing. Right on. Any other questions on that issue? I guess not.
Okay.
Well, what I ran into recently was a member that did not want to use her personal cell phone number in her advertising, and when she makes calls out to prospects, at least until she's ready, she wanted to keep her personal cell phone confidential, and that got me to remembering that 800 Link will allow you to do that. So if everyone on our team should have 800 Link, and if you do, you can use one of your 800 Link numbers to set up a way to call out and to get people to call in and to text them, etc. And that's what I'm going to show you here real quick this morning. So all you have to do is log in to your 800 Link account, which I will do. And come on, log in.
Well, we see you're on the login page already.
Yeah, I know. It's not logging. Oh, here we go. Wrong button. Good grief. It's Monday. All right, here we go. So what you have to do is, first of all, I've got a bunch of numbers. So you just have to pick the one that you want to use. For example, if I wanted to choose this one, I can actually set up a personal message like you would on your cell phone on the number that you want to use. And you can simply record a message over your phone just like you would on your cell phone normally. And you'll want to do that if you decide to use this. You won't want to use any of the messages that might be in your system already. Set up a custom personal one. But in order to use your phone number as a let's see here, wrong place. If you go to Help and Services, and then using the calling card feature right here. Click on that, and all of the instructions for how to use your 800 link as an outbound call system on your iPhone. You can actually use it on your iPhone or on your Android phone or whatever it is you have. You can simply enter all of the codes in, or all the numbers in, with pause codes in between, and you can automatically set up an auto dialer to call out on your number. So here are the instructions. It says press star and then press your security code, and I had to remember where to find that, so I'm going to show you. Your security code is, let's just use this number here, preferences. Your security code is under the preference tab for the phone number that you want to do, and they're different for every number. So there is a security code for that particular number on my system. You can change it also, by the way, if you want to. The security code, and then all of this again can be put into an auto dial sequence on your phone, so that when you get to the end of it, it'll automatically get to the point where you have to enter 1 plus the area code and phone number of the person that you want to call. It's complicated if you have to enter all that stuff every time, but if you put it in as an auto dial contact in your phone, it's very simple to do. So that's how that part of it works. Once you do that, you can press your auto dial, call out, enter the person's phone number preceded by 1, and what they're going to see in their caller ID is the number that you are using in your 800 link system to call out on. Does that make sense to everybody so far?
Yeah, so you would just use this if you wanted to hide your cell phone number.
Right.
Basically.
And the reason to do that, for gals in particular wanting to protect their just for personal privacy reasons, and if you don't want to use your cell phone number itself and have it appear, I use another service to do that. It's another line on my phone that I use, but this will work. You're already paying for the service, and you can use it. Okay.
We do have people on the team that are hiding their business from their spouses too. So,
we don't recommend that.
We don't, but if you are one of those people, this might be a way to not have people calling your cell phone.
There's one other thing that you can do with 800 link that many of you may not realize. You can actually send and receive SMS text messages, and there's an extra charge of $3.95 a month, but it works on any and all of the numbers that you have in your 800 link account for $3.95 a month. I have mine enabled because I do use it from time to time. And what happens when you enable it, in your message center, you get a send text message, and you can cut and paste, by the way, in here. So if you don't have a text messaging service that you have on your laptop, and you're tired of typing in the same messages all the time, you can set up a way to do that this way if you choose to.
And it's unlimited for $3.95 a month?
It's not unlimited. It's based on regardless of what kind of account you have with 800 link, you get 1,000 minutes per month that you can use, or credits as they call them, and your SMS text messages, both outbound and inbound, come out of that. And if you're not using them, they build up. So you probably have quite a few of them in your account already if you've been around for a little while. So in here, it works just like you might expect it to. You just enter the phone number of the person out that you're sending to and type the message here, and away you go.
Can you click on a number and click to send a text to that number?
Yes, you can.
Because I'm thinking, people that call the number, but then they don't leave a message.
You can.
You can send them a text and follow up. I'm just thinking about that. I'm thinking out loud now.
Let me see how. Yep, that's how you do it, right there.
Oh.
Okay. So any inbound or outbound, there was a call, send text. There you go. So that makes it really simple and nice and easy to use. And
So you have to set this up, and then it works like that, and it
Yep.
deducts from your minutes.
Yep. Now the calling card feature does, I believe it does. It works the same way. It deducts out of your minutes that you have, or your credits. So that may be a limiting factor, but I know I've got lots and lots of credits, and they build up to a certain point, and then they don't build up anymore, and I can't remember exactly what that is.
Is there a place where you can go see what your minutes are?
You know what? There is, and I can't remember where it is.
Yeah, their back office isn't always the most intuitive.
It may be under account. Huh.
How do minutes work? And also, let's see, making the payment. How do I don't know.
Do people know
Anyway,
there's a referral program? Maybe click on that while we're.
Yeah, there is a referral program when you get 3 people, and here's my affiliate ID, by the way, or member ID, the link. And if they sign up under you using your code, and once you have 3, then your 800 link service is free.
Well, as long as you've had 3 active.
Yeah, they have to be 3 active and at the level where you are. So if you are a 1995 member and people sign up for $9.95, then you get credit for their sign up, but you're not going to get your entire amount waived every month. So, okay.
Yeah, so if you're signing people up, make sure they use your link when they sign up for 800 link.
And that's where your link is.
Yeah.
I've never paid for after the first 2 months. I haven't paid in over 2.5 years.
Well, I've got 6 numbers, and I'm not paying and haven't been paying for a very, very long time.
Yeah, me too. I've got 5 numbers.
So that's the way that works. I should have dug a little harder to find out where in the world those credits are, but they are in there someplace.
They're not under account?
No. Well, let's see. I looked there earlier. Let's see. Rollover minutes. That's what it is, are rollover minutes.
And it's used.
Hey, Michael, top left button that says account.
Top left.
Yeah, that's where he is now.
No, keep going up. Keep going up.
Keep going up. Oh, all the way up the top, maybe.
Yeah, that's where I am.
Wait. Contact information, payment options.
History. That's just my billing.
Announcements, auto blocker.
Yeah.
Message storage capacity.
Anyway, I know it's in here. I couldn't find it.
You're probably not going to.
You're probably not. Absolutely.
I see your minute pool balance, 12,864.
Where do you see that? Oh, there it is. Good grief, right in front of my eyeballs. Yeah, there it is right there. It's under account overview. Okay. So that's where you're going to see how many you have available as well. So good. I'm glad we solved that.
Thank you for that.
All right. So any questions on that? So once again, just to do it really quick, if you want to see how to do it, how to use your calling card feature for your 800 link number, go to Help, go to Services, go to Use the Live Card or the calling card feature, and here are the instructions. And if you've got an iPhone, the comma is your pause function on your phone. So what you do is you would enter your phone number in for your 800 link that you want to use as your call out, and then a comma, and then star, which gets you into the menu for your 800 link number, and then comma, and enter the security code, comma. You're going to have to enter 2, and you may have to test that on your phone, but I had to enter 2 on mine, and then 3 to place a call. And once all that sequence is dialed automatically with your if you have it in your address book or your phone book, then all you have to do then is enter 1 plus the area code and phone number. So press 1 button, let it go through its sequence, takes just a few seconds, then 1 plus the area code and phone number, and away you go.
Hey, Michael, while you're in there, can you show people really quickly because I'm showing somebody tonight about this, but everybody might want to know this. If they want to do a find out all the people that called and didn't leave a message and stuff.
Yeah, you can go to call reports.
And then you can pick a range and stuff.
You can pick a range, and I'm probably not going to have many in mind because I haven't been using 800 link much
Or
lately. But
pick the whole thing, and so you can show them a bunch or something.
Anyway, this is just a sample for the month of April. So the ones with the message, the envelopes here are ones that have left messages. The ones that have not don't have the envelope, and it tells you over here under duration how long they actually listen to your message. Okay, so that's how that works, and it tells you the number they called over here, which is your 800 link number.
Does it give it so if you want to do a ringless voicemail to all those people, can you summarize all the ones?
Well, you can't. You can actually download all of these if you want to, and the way you do it is you
But
pull
can
up
you download all the ones that didn't leave a message?
you can.
Yeah, you can filter it.
Yep, you can filter them.
Yeah.
And by call duration or message left, and so you can play with that. But then to download it, you go over here to more and export, and it'll export it to a
Excel file or something.
a CVS file. Yeah.
So if you're doing marketing, you're going to want more than 8 or whatever messages.
Yeah.
So you're gonna create a bigger.
I think you can pick. Can you pick year? I mean, from beginning of your account all the way.
I don't think you can do that. You just have to go back, and so let's see.
July to April.
That load.
I think you have to pick a date in there though.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's 830 or 803.
Yeah. Okay.
So there you go. Then you can download that list and use them in Ringless Voicemail or wherever. So yeah.
Would you simply call them?
Well, you can.
You
Call
want
them?
to.
Right, but would you?
Probably not personally.
In the beginning, I did, but
I do recommend new people do that, but I'm not personally. If I'm doing personal marketing, I'm not likely to do that.
Ben, and if you were going to call them, I would filter them out. I think you can filter out by the length of message.
Yeah, you can.
So the longer the message, it means they listen to it. Those would be the ones I would call.
See, you can filter it by call duration, and you can put the minimum max parameters in there for the length of time they stayed on the message, and then load those up.
Honestly, if I had 803, I don't even know what I have. Quite honestly, I haven't used 800 link for a while, but I would just do an RVM. I'd pull them all.
Yep.
I'd export them all and do a ringless voicemail to them.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's like calling them, and then the ones that respond, there you go.
Yeah, that's what I would do, Ben.
Awesome, thanks.
Yep.
Hey, by the way, GoDaddy has a phone service too, similar to the one you're talking about, and it's an app that you can have on your phone, so you can just open the app and call from that instead of doing the whole multiple dialing thing. Just throwing that out there.
What do they charge for that?
I think it's $4 a month,
Oh, okay.
and it works just like your regular phone.
Yeah. Well, I have an app on my phone. It's not GoDaddy's, but it works that way too, and I've used it for years, and it works wonderful. And I use it as my business phone. So,
Which app is that, Michael?
it's Line 2.
Line 2?
Yeah.
And I've just used my regular cell phone for 9 years and never had a problem. I do use I do use an 800 links. I have 4 numbers. These guys have more, but I have 4 numbers with 800 link, and I use one of them as my voicemail. So I just have a regular, hey, you've reached Steve, I'm sorry I missed you, that kind of a message. And that's what I have on my websites and other marketing where I want people to call. I have them call that number.
Now, when you the notification settings that you have set up work exactly the same way as they would if a prospect was calling you in. So if you call and leave somebody a message and they leave you a message, you're going to get a notification via your email if you have it set up for that number. You'll get a notification via email and or text if you set it up that way. But the same for SMS messages. If somebody sends you an SMS text message to that number, you will get that text message in your notification via email or text, either way. So it's handy. It works. And so if just wanted to let you know this, and the main reason is for gals in particular, if they want to protect their personal cell phone numbers and identity, then it's an option that you're already maybe already paying in total for, except for the texting if you want to add that. So, all right,
Cool. Any questions? How's everybody's marketing going? Doing good? Gonna have a big week.
of course, absolutely.
We have a quiet
All right.
group this morning. All right, cool. Well, I guess that's all we really wanted to show today, right?
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, let's make it a big week. Let's get people on the webinar, and let's try to close some business this week.
Let's do it.
All right. See you guys.
All right. Bye now.
Take care, everybody.